Welcome to Counterpoint. Election fever is in the air. Congress has a new chief in the form of John Fernandez. Fernandez has to undo so many things in the messed up set of Goa Congress. Ahead of Lok Sabha elections, he has to take so many harsh decisions to make this party go going again in the state. On this issue and various issues, we will talk to John Fernandez, who is on hot chair right now with us in this episode. Welcome, sir, on the show. Now, what would be your first priority that you have taken over as GPCC chief?
My first priority will be to see that the party is revamped. Wherever there is a vacancy at the booth level, at block level, and at district level. At the moment, the state party, the PCC, has been dissolved. So only my appointment has been announced by the High Command, Congress President. The High Command is in process of formulating a list, giving due representation, balanced representation to all the communities and section in Goa. So that list may be announced any moment from now.
No, तुमचे काँग्रेसचे कसे झाले? So right now you have to do lot of undoing, then doing certain things. The party is literally in the mess. एकमेकाक तोंडाक तोंड पळयना, openly
ना हांव आसतना तशें जावचें ना. हांव पार्टीन आसतना तशें जावचें ना. जे कोणाक कितें प्रॉब्लम आसा तांकां स्वता घरा वचून मेवलां. म्हाज्यान तांकां फोन करून आफोवंक जातालें हांव पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट. हांव तांच्या घरा कडेन स्वता गेलां आनी तांकां मेवलां आनी तांकां एक्सप्लेन केलां. पर्सनल डिफरन्सीस, इगोज शूड बी सेट असायड. पार्टी इज अबव एवरीथींग. पार्टी म्हणजे कितें आमची प्रायवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी न्हय. पार्टी म्हणजे इज अ इन्स्टिट्यूशन टू डू सर्वीस टू द पीपल ऑफ गोवा. म्हणटकच दॅट इज there is no problem for reconciliation because we have clashes because so many people came from other parties. This was a party, it is a Congress, it is a huge ocean, doors are open for anybody. But you have to believe in the policies and principle of the Congress. Now, if you are going to be a pseudo-congressman pretending to be believing in the principle of the Congress and policies and then you come, then it becomes difficult for you to adjust. So that is where the clashes come with us.
But all those pseudo-congressmen eventually were your chief minister candidate once upon a time. They really became chief ministers.
These are the wages we have to pay for fragile politics. When you have instability, political instability in the state because of certain reasons. And for so many years now, Goa is passing through that phase where coalition politics is order of the day. So when you have the coalition politics, the defection politics, the IRM-GIRM politics, then this is the price you pay. So these are the wages of fragile political system in the state.
Okay, kitlo time lagta when someone joins a Congress according to you for him to become a real congressman?
To become a real congressman, you cannot be put in a machine and churned out. To become a real congressman, you have to be trained among the people to address the issues of the people.
No, why I'm asking you is that for last 10-15 years, Congress in jitle leaders like more than 50% of leaders you have got from outside. And you have a tradition of all these things, right from 1980s if you go to see, MGP फोडून तुम्ही हाडले. म्हणजे MGP was literally nullified by Congress.
No, आमची पॉलिसी कितें आसली, Congress party is a national party. We are for unity and homogeneity in the country. जेन्ना रिजनल पार्टी आसता ते रिजनल इशू आसता. म्हणटकच आमी कितें म्हटलें MG युनायटेड गोवन्स आसली पयलीं. युनायटेड गोवन्स आमी 1975 हाडली काँग्रेसीन. कित्याक आमकां तें जाय म्हणून न्हय. Because we did not wanted this communal and regional politics. It is bad for any part of the country. तेज्या नंतर MG पडली 1980 तेन्ना MG आयली भितर. सगळी येवना कितें प्रॉब्लम जालें आमचें रेजोल्यूशन पास करून थोडे लोक 3 लोक भायर रावले. शशिकलाजी कितें म्हणटाले मेजॉरिटी पार्टी केम इन द रेजोल्यूशन वॉज पार्ट. द आयडिया वॉज दॅट नॉट टू लीव communal and regional party in the state because their aspirations are very parochial and short-sighted. म्हणून आमचो हेतू आसलो की रिजनल पार्टी नाका तुमी आनी खंय वचला नॅशनल पार्टी. म्हणून तें आमी मनान धरून आनी हें आमी करूं ना. इंदिरा गांधी असली लिडर तिणें केल्लें. शशिकला काकोडकराचें एडमिशन हांवें स्वता घेतलेलें इंदिरा गांधी कडेन आनी तिणें क्लियरन्स दिल्लें वाय आनी तेणी विचारलें म्हाका शी इज डिफिटेड वाय यू वॉन्ट हर इन काँग्रेस नाव आय सेज मॅडम नॉट दॅट वी वॉन्ट हर वी डोंट वॉन्ट अ रिजनल पार्टी because regional party promote communalism and parochialism and national party like a congress is a mainstream party इतलेंच आमचें हें आसलें
Still, you as a president of Goa Congress feels ki regional party should not exist. There should be only national
I
party.
don't say that they should not exist. What I'm saying for a healthy national integration, a wing of a national party will take a national issues. पण हांवें आतांच म्हटलें तुमकां की ह्या दिसांनी सबंद देशाक देर इज अ federalism. Regional parties corner certain seats in, for the parliament on the regional issues. For example, Telangana. So these are not the national issues. ते थंय थोडे सीट हे करता आनी मागीर कॉर्नर करता आनी ते मागीर इट इज अ सॉर्ट ऑफ ब्लॅकमेल. सो वी कॉल इट कॉपरेटीव फेडरलिझम. रायट फेडरलिझम म्हणजे कितें आसता तें इट इज अ नॅशनल प्रोग्राम आसता तातूंत पण आमी कितें करता लोकल इशू घेता थंय थोडे सीट कॉर्नर करता आनी मागीर इट बिकम्स अ ब्लॅकमेल एट नॅशनल लेवल.
Back to Goa. Your party is in mess. Do you admit it or you don't admit it?
I don't feel party is in mess. Party, there was no guidance. Party is well organized. There were elections at grassroots level. There were block committee elections. At below that, we have the booth committee election. These are elected committee. Then we have two district committees. And then the Pradesh committee. Now only the Pradesh committee has been dissolved. Other committees are in place. Wherever there are vacancies or wherever there is non-performance, we will see that, you know.
I'm not talking about organizational setup. I'm talking about what people feel about a party. Legislature wing, we have seen openly Babush Manzarat saying that I don't trust Pratap Singh Rane. I want to change leader proposition. Pratap Singh Rane says, who is this Sudeep Tamandkar? I don't know him. Who made him spokesman? Sudeep Tamandkar gets up and he says Digambar Kamath should be booked. And all this mess, doesn't it indicate?
ही नांवां तुमी घेतल्या ती हे काँग्रेसमॅन न्हय हे लोक भायले आयल्या म्हणून म्हणटा हांव तांकां काँग्रेसची शीस शिकूंक तांकां टायम लागता.
राणे बी भायले आयले.
आनी हय ते एमजीच्यान आयले हांव तशें अशें
राणे came 1980s.
ना हांव कितें म्हणटा जे तुमी नांवां घेतल्या तांकां काँग्रेसची शिस्त करपाक लागपाक टायम लागता समजलें म्हणटकच म्हाका दिसता आतां म्हजी हें जाली अपॉयंटमेंट जाला हांव तांकां सगळ्यांक मेवतां तांचे कडेन उलयतां. फर्स्ट प्रायम थींग द काँग्रेस पार्टी टोल्ड मी इज डिसिप्लीन. डिसिप्लीन म्हणजे भायर वचपाक जायना and there should be unity and homogeneity in the party. That unity and homogeneity, I have started the process. I am meeting my leaders. I can call them here. I don't. I go and call on them and I discuss matters with them. So if that unity is there and which is bound to be there because we are having elections, we are having Lok Sabha election any moment and the way the crises are going on in the government, we may have other elections also. So party is aware of it.
You mean to say other elections, Goa-related elections?
Could be the way things are going on in the streets. I have said it in the press.
We will come on this issue
Later on.
But as far as your party is concerned, सध्या CLPचा मॅच चालला आहे. You will have say in it.
Certainly, CLP is not above PCC. This is the main leadership in Goa. All these are subordinate committees, like we have the Youth Congress, like we have the NSUI, we have Sevadar, we have Mahila, we have the legislature wing of the party. That is not a party, it is a legislature wing of PCC. So it is under control of the PCC.
Who should be leader of opposition according to you?
It is for them to decide, it is for the MLAs to decide who should be.
They decided and they are not happy.
Then we will address the issues. We will address the issue within the parameters of the party forum.
Are you calling them? Are you actually calling them?
Certainly the process. So now you have seen certain leaders called on me. I was having a discussion with them. We will interact with them. It takes time because they have their personal grievances against each other. I don't see why they have a reason to fight. They are in the opposition. And there is only one post, the leader of opposition. So
Babu says that Pratap Singh Rane is not taking up issues the way issues?
Well, the High Command is aware of it. They discuss with me. Recently, when I was called to Delhi before my appointment, all issues were discussed. All issues were discussed with Vice President Rahul Gandhi ji and Sonia ji also. We will take appropriate action to set the things in order.
40 years in Congress. You have more than 40 years in Congress as your political career. Now, if you see performance of Rani as leader of opposition, are you happy or you are not happy?
It depends on the issues addressed in the House, in the Honorable House of Assembly in Goa. Certain people are expert on certain issues, right? For example, I was very much expert on the foreign affairs, in civil aviation, in other matter debating. So it depends from debate to debate. I cannot say that Mr. Rani's performance is not good. It was there, but it can be little more aggressive. I think that those steps are being taken and it will be done.
No,
That's
Rani
not
individually may be a good legislator, but is he able to take the flock along with him? So their group
but when we are having a talk with the other people, because I don't want to go deep in the problem of legislature because they have their own forum. If they ask my help, I will certainly go to their rescue and we will discuss and talk. But I don't want to discuss the internal matters of legislature party because they have their own forum where Mr. Rani is the leader. If any problem comes, the party is there. We will take appropriate
Are you
decision.
reviewing leader of opposition's post?
Sorry?
Are you reviewing his post whether to change Rani or not?
That issue is addressed by the High Command because they have represented to High Command. I read in the press there's some signatures campaign was there, but it is not proper to start signature campaign. Even if you start a signature campaign, it should be top secret. It should be within the party forum, not in the press. So I think High Command is seized of the matter. The moment it goes in the press, then no decisions are taken. If they wanted certain decision, then they should have done within the forum. Then decision would have been very fast. The very fact you do it and then you leak it to the press and publish it, you try to humiliate the party, not the CLP leader. You are trying to humiliate the party and party's authority to rule.
Why is that on one hand when it comes to elections, you want voter, you want people, we are people's party. On other end, when these crucial issues like who should be leader of opposition, you want to hide it and you have to do it within your party.
No. This is an internal matter of the party. It is never discussed publicly. If there is any issues, that is what I have said. Even
No,
told.
you mean to say all those voters are not stakeholders of your party?
They are
Your
certainly.
party is just
Certainly.
some PCC people or some sons and daughters of politicians and some people who can come to Congress also.
No, voters, you mean the general go-on voters.
Yes.
Now, the general go-on voters doesn't come into picture to elect a CLP leader and to see the performance because that mechanism, that system is not in place in our country.
No, why is that there is no transparency in parties, forget about Congress, in other parties also to decide or let people know why you have chosen Pratap Singh Rani as leader of opposition. You have to tell people why you have chosen him as leader of opposition or why you don't want him as a leader of opposition. That transparency, why it is not there.
Because our politics has not evolved and developed to that level as the Western polities. What suggestion you have made? It's a very good suggestion, and we have to take it and consider in future because this system is not there in place in our country. In foreign countries, you have it yes and no referendum. We don't have it here. Now, Delhi, I read in the press, Mr. Kejriwal has just started. It's not a bad thing. I think you are referring that. It is not that.
Precisely when we have seen many a times when it comes to media, people should not know, people should not come to know. Why is that people should not know?
No, because it is an internal strategy of a party. A strategy of A party should not be exposed to the strategy of B party and vice versa. Because when we fight election, we fight like a war. Even we establish our war rooms for election. So these are, basically strategies how to fight election. If my strategy is known, A party strategy is known to B party, then, it will